Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's now 5:35 in the morning. I was up for about 2 hours. I went to bed early, so I only sleep a certain amount of hours a night. This is my thought in watching a program I was watching. We women here have dropped the ball. We have dropped the ball in that it's been many, many years now of the escalation of abuse when it comes to kids, okay? And a lot of us women, we are so well put together, all the makeup, all the name brand, all the Casper suits and all them things. But yet, when you go home, you're living in a home whereas you have a man who may or may not be the father of your children, and you're having so much anger in the home, so much separation in the home, so much everybody doing their own thing, so much disrespect inside the home. And a lot of you live in these type homes, and then you go take that type dysfunctional abusiveness that is going on in that home into the workplace, and you look for the person who you perceive have it all together, especially that happy person you can't stand. You just can't stand them because they happy because you are unhappy, and you zoom in like an enemy. Yeah, because that's what you is. You zoom in like an enemy, and you hate them for being happy. You hate them for, they might not have two coppers, but you hate them for just being themselves. And here you is in that dysfunctional home, and you're ashamed because you don't want nobody to know that you and your husband live like east is to west and north and the south. You're ashamed because you don't want no one to know that the man you living with have been mistreating your children. You hide it. And so we have those type relationship going on, and then it engineering to the workplace and other areas of society. Then the children lash out in other areas of society because you're so busy arguing and going on with each other. The children go to school and don't know how to play properly with each other. They, instead of playing with the toy, they grab the toy from the next person because they only think they should have it. Never learn to share, never learn to play properly, never learn to get along, always looking for a fight, always trying to start a fight with somebody, always trying to hate somebody else for having maybe even a better lunch than them. Simple as that. Because they get it from the home. Where do you think it come from? It ain't invented. It come from the home. They go to school, the teacher say something to them, they're rude. They go to school, the teacher asks them a question. I actually heard someone, a parent, tell me her child tell the teacher, "Oh, you don't need to ask me, you answer it." So, and you laughing and think that's cute, and wonder why your child so duncy ain't learning. That's disrespectful. My children could have never tell me something like that. They could have never. None they what? Not in this world. Maybe another world. Like what? What? My God. And you think it's cute? Oh, you answering. You repeating it like this is a joke? I be like, mother sick. Mother sick. You know that's a Bahamian expression because you can't believe it. That's why we say mother sick. Because in this case, mother sick because you can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? That's an expression we use, a Bahamian culture expression because you can't believe it. Y'all need to check yourself. You need to clean house. Clean house don't mean taking the broom, mopping, cleaning dishes. Clean house means, in this case, you really need to evaluate your life. And you know, woman need to stop staying with man because y'all teensy. Y'all want to stay in the big house. Y'all know the man is abusive to your children, but you don't want to leave the house because it's a big, nice house. And who can pay the mortgage? Who can help you do this? Downsize, baby. Anything for the best interest of the child, you need to downsize. Oh, these children, when they grow up, they leave you. Yeah, they grow up and leave you, but at least they will, at the end of the day, they can say, Mommy didn't put them first and put their best interest first. You got to understand that. Y'all are leaving some terrible legacies. Terrible, terrible legacies in y'all home. The women is the glue to the home. Okay? And if the glue, some glue you buy it at the shop, it won't even stick. Huh? You buy some glue, it's so hard it can't even stick nothing. You know them glue with your roll for the envelope? Plenty time you buy them, they don't even work. Huh? Come on now. You have to make the decision for the best interest of your children. Stop letting your children grow up. And then that's why the children so angry. They look for other places to be. And the other places to be never the right place. Always the wrong place. Because there's someone always waiting out there to tell them, come baby, come in this gang. Oh, come baby, come this way. We got your back. Yep. You know, that's how they're getting it. If their home was right, I can guarantee you they wouldn't be in it. They could call them all the sissy they want to call them. They could call them all the everything they want to call them. But because they have a surety and someone who have their back, some things they ain't never gonna resort to. Oh, we have a back, and no, you don't understand. A lot of people say they have their children back. Oh, I provide this nice home, they get this and that. That's not enough, honey. That's not enough. Haven't you taken stock to see how much people have nice home and committed suicide? You haven't taken stock. You need to read a little more. Yeah, maybe if you read a little more, you'll understand that is not enough. Where's the emotional side? That's what they need. The emotional side. You haven't done things in the best interest of your child. Too many of y'all going out leaving these children unattended. It's no place you can't get your child, unless you go in the club. And I can tell you now, if you travel to the family islands, to the various family islands, don't care how much people say they is Christian, don't care how much people say they is go to church every time the church door open. I ain't talking what I hear. I talking about what I know because I been to them. I been to the family. I used to go every month to a different island or plenty time. And let me tell you something about the family islands. The club is the meeting ground. That's where you meet the people of the neighborhood, not in the church. For some reason, it's not in the church. I remember one time, me and my husband, we pulled up our boat to the church. We pull up right in Gregory Town, Eleuthera. In Gregory Town in Eleuthera, in the Cove, is a beautiful, one of the most beautiful churches I ever see in the world. It is not have all them fanciness, but it's one of those churches that really stands right there on the curve on the sea. And I had on a little hot shorts. Well, I didn't have no children then. And even when I had children, I was skinny. I just put on weight during COVID. Anyone who know me will tell you that they shock. But I had on a little hot shorts because I was in the boat. Me and my husband were in our boat, right? His boat, our boat. Okay, and we pulled up right there to the cove and tie our boat up. Man, and look here, it was Easter time, and we were in Eleuthera. We weren't in Nassau. This is Eleuthera, Gregory Town, Eleuthera. Okay, and listen to me. I on I had to put on my slippers when I came out the boat because I when I in the boat I always bare feet. So when I came out the boat I put on my little flip flop slippers to walk around the neighborhood. We know so much people were going to be hailing everybody. You know, we know a lot because we go there. We used to go there almost every month a lot. You know, man, and listen here, the pastor of the church. We was trying to walk past. We was listening. First, we was listening to the beautiful preaching, you know, and we were outside just tying up the boat, but we were listening, paying attention to our surrounding, listening, and the preaching was nice, and we were going to pass, slip by to go with our business. That pastor wasn't letting us go. Trust me. Y'all ain't gonna pass his church. He supposed to be preaching that. That's what he can say. No, y'all ain't gonna pass the church. Come in here, come in here, come in here. I look at my husband, I say, how we can go in there? You can't go in the church of God with hot shorts. I say, I don't have on no clothes. I never been in a church without no clothes in my life. I said, this pastor, he really mean us. He said, yeah, I really mean y'all. I really mean y'all come in this church. Come in this church. Y'all too who just come off the boat just now. Come in this church. I say, oh my God, we couldn't miss it because only us. Just pull up in our boat just now. Tie up our boat just now. I was going to church. When we go on inside the church, we go on to say, sit in the back because we ain't had on no clothes. Pastor say, no. Come straight up. Come straight up. That time, all the members of the church, it wasn't that much people in the church, you know, because the island, it don't have that much people like Nassau. And they have a lot of churches, so much people go to each church. So it didn't have that much people in the church, but it was enough for the island. And he called us. Boy, and we going up front. Yeah, he make us sit in the front. Oh, I was so ashamed. But anyhow, I didn't mind. And so listen here. He preached. When he finished preaching, he take up the altar call. I look at my husband. I say, you better give them a good size sum of money because you know that's the reason they call it the church. I'm speaking under my breath now. So my husband say, how much you think he should give him? So he take out 50. I say, no. Don't give him the straight 50. Give him plenty of the tens and 20s and try give him a little $100 so it can look like plenty money, like more than $100. So my husband pull out the other pocket where he had all the smaller change and he pull out and he put it in there. Then I say, oh Jesus, they're looking at me. I gotta try to find my $30 out of my pocket and I put it in there. I say, and he say, oh, come again. Boy, we are sneak on that church after, it finished and gone about our business. And I say that to say this. That was a good experience. But everybody usually meet in the club. Because guess what? When we went to Cambridge Village, which is right in Gregory Town, to get our burl fish that morning and chill and watch some, they had a little picture on. It's really swinging. It's always swinging. Cambridge Village back then, it was swinging. Man, look here. All them same people who was in that church, they didn't run home, change their clothes. New people in town. That's how they look at people. There's new people in town. They come in the club. They 80-something, 90-something. They come in the club. They come in the club where they know you are. Even the baby, they got the baby on. They come and they meet the people. The club in the islands is the life of the island. That is not just for drinking rum. That's where they really actually meet people who comes there. It is not really in the church. Because when church out, everybody going, but they business ain't even checking for you. I might as well get it straight because that's why we went. They know now if we and Gregory time we going to Cambridge Village, they could see where we headed. So they know where, and they came to the club to meet us. We actually decide we're going to spend the night there in Gregory Town, spend the whole day night there in Gregory Town before we move on to Harbor Island. We was going to go to Harbor Island, you know. Um, but we went to other like Lower Bogue, Upper Bogue. We went Hatchet Bay. We went all those different places before we actually went Harbor Island. And we spent time in all the places and Governor's Harbor. We spent time in all those places. Jane's Sisters. We spent time in all those places before we actually went to Harbor Island. So, but the club is where you meet the people. Okay? And even in the family islands, they have a lot of abuse. The people hiding it. That's what I learned throughout my travels. People talk, but they're afraid to go and tell the right authorities. And they don't want to get involved because the woman them who in the house don't want to relinquish the man or whatever going on because they're looking at we need that money, which is bad. You need that money. It's not in the best interest of the child. And that's why I also found out in all my travels that social services does an excellent job. I can say to you, does an excellent job in making sure that family islanders, regardless of your age, once you have kids, they give you a little, because to make life a little something for grocery and whatever to make life, because it's nothing that much for everybody in the island. No, all everybody ain't employed, ain't enough jobs like that. So they do an excellent job for a lot of people in the islands. A lot of people don't know that. They around here knocking these government departments. You don't know until you get out and stop, look and listen to hearsay. They do an excellent job. Excellent job. It might be all the money the people want, but it's something. You understand me? That's the difference. But women have dropped the ball even in the family islands. They know of a lot of things going on and they wouldn't say nothing or do nothing to deal with it. That is what I've learned too in my travels. They haven't done the things that they should do as parents, women, in the best interest of their children. They haven't done it. And so I say, stop living in these disgusting environment just because you want to live in a big, nice house. And you don't want to lose the big, nice house. And you're not doing what is in the best interest of your children. You understand me? Being together is not in the best interest of your children. You do more damage than what good when you're in these abusive homes. And then your children take these abuse and carry to school. That's why we have the problem we have around now. It's them from the home. Y'all don't want the reality of it, eh? It's them from the home. You haven't done what is the best interest of the children. You haven't done it. A lot of y'all haven't done it. Y'all in church all the time. I know of somebody who used to go to church. They poison was a deacon and the life they live. Drunkards live better life than that. I might as well preview. I might as well let you know the life they live. Me, I'll have to owe that church. It's not going to happen. I go take the mic one day. I have the Holy Ghost that day. Take the mic and when I finish church out. Okay, because it's not going to happen on my watch. It's not going to happen. You have to think of it, women. You have to put your children first. You have to stamp out abuse. Abuse comes in many forms. Verbal, you name it, it comes. Financial, it comes in there too. It's time to stamp it out. And stop living in these abusive homes and have your children around these abusive people. And then you think it's cute because you want Gucci and you want bribe, but what you got this and that and you catching hell. Child, move on. Move on. Cheaper live in a one-room shack. Cheaper live in a one-room shack Once you happy, your children, look at children don't care. They only care when they old enough and people tease them, oh, you poor, you this and that. And even then, they don't care. Because if once you talk to your children enough, they understand your financial situation, they understand what you protecting them from, guess what? They appreciate it. And you would have done your job. Once they get a little food and shelter, you would have done your job. Water to the pump free. You would have done your job. Time to stop the abuse. Let this country be the leader of saying we don't have this going on in our country any longer. Why should we follow? Man, it's time to be leaders, time to be followers. Some people hate leaders. They talk every smack. Don't care what you do, it's never good enough. Don't care who you is. Don't care what side of the fence you are. Don't care what you do, it's not never good enough. Okay? People don't love leaders. But they can lead if you put them with all the money they need and everything, and they still couldn't do it. They don't even see that because a leader is called by God no matter how you look at it. So at the end of the day, you need ladies, especially you all are the cradle rockers. Protect these children. Save your sons. Save your daughters. Don't be a victim. Don't be satisfied for materialistic things and losing your children. Okay? Over and out.